that foul. It's going to be his third. So that's something you'll want to keep an eye on here. And I see
quick substitution.
Quick substitution at the next dead ball, probably to get him out of there. Brewer out front, looks for a cutter, got him. No options there. Picked up his dribble a little quick, I thought. Back to Brewer, shot's no good. Ellenberg brings it ahead for the Warriors, taking it all the way to the hole. Whistle and a foul. What do we got? We got a block?
Got a block call here. Ellenberg going to draw the contact. Ball rolled all the way around the rim and fell out. So he's going to go to the line for two. About as many fouls as we've seen
I think
the entire game.
Yeah, more fouls here in the first minute and a half of the third quarter as we had in the entire first half. Free throw is up and in, and we got substitutions on both sides coming in. Jacob Ray coming in. He will replace Cossey. Cossey picked up that third foul. And then for Hillcrest, I think I missed that one. 33. 33 is going to be Johnny Johnson into the game for Hillcrest. Brewer again. A little more physicality's picking up just a little bit here to start the third quarter.
Well, you start to see that. You start to see teams settle in like, you know, first half's more running gun. Second half, a lot of times you'll see them be a little more disciplined.
Yeah.
Try to take care of the basketball, bang around a little bit.
There's a turnover. And to compound the turnover, you get the whistle and the foul. Foul's going to be on Riley Turner. And that's 3 team fouls here in the third quarter for Hillcrest. 2 more, and we'll be shooting free throws. There's Ellenberg down on the low post. Nice spin move. Shots fall. Did not fall. Gets his own put back. Still can't get it.
That's an uncharacteristic miss.
Yeah.
For sure, 2 of those by Ellenberg. I think the first one was a little more open than he realized.
Yeah.
Defender kind of lost his footing there.
Yeah, I think he may have been trying to not step on the defender, too, as he was – because he kind of had an awkward position with the way he shot it. And there's going to be a foul. They're going to get billing on that. I think they're going to call that on the floor, I believe. Yeah. So 3 team fouls apiece here in the third quarter. I'm not sure we had 6 combined fouls in the entire first half.
I'm really not either. I think one quarter had 3, so unless both of them had 3, I don't know that we did.
Drive and kick. He lost his footing on the way in. That was Johnson with the turnover. Ellenberg brings it into the front court, and then he turns it over.
A little sloppy here the last few possessions.
Not the best shot there. And then we get going back the other way. Got a lot of up and down, just no scoring.
That's a good challenge defensively by Brewer. Ridgefield going to keep possession here, but it's sloppy. So if you're Ridgefield, you got a chance to take a breath, set something up on this out of bounds, this inbounds play, and then you turn it over too. So somebody's got to break the schneid here.
And we're going to get another foul. It's going to be Billing again. He's going to pick up his second. I mean, it's just very helter-skelter.
I was
here.
literally going to say helter-skelter. What are the odds of that?
Wow.
I mean, if you hadn't said that, I was 2 seconds away. That is scary.
Johnny Johnson to the free throw line. Hillcrest. Shots up and good.
I usually don't have to worry about it because Ryan's not intelligent enough to say those kind of things, you know. And so I don't worry too much. I know I'm safe. Impressive.
Second free throw bounces off, no good. Lead will stay at 3. Dangerous pass ahead there.
We could have said that about 5, 6 straight times down the floor. Too many dangerous passes.
And guess what? Another foul.
You got to value the basketball. You know, you want to value it all game long, obviously, and don't turn it over. But for sure, second half, you've got to start to really value every possession in these tight games because that could be the difference down the stretch.
Well, neither team has really established any kind of a – I say that, and then, you know, Jackson Billing knocks down the 3. But nobody had really established themselves on either end to this point in the second half. But here we are knotted up at 39 with just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, what was a frantic pace in the first half of efficient basketball has not been the case here in the second. Hey, Billing may be playing the game right now for Ridgefield.
That is a nice steal.
He has just been huge. He is in double digits for sure now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has 10 or 12 or what he has definitively, but I know that's at least 10 points that he has tonight for the Warriors. So half of their points between Billing and Lampkin.
Yeah. Billing's got 5 on the last 2 possessions, so Lampkin gets called for the foul there. I don't know, I didn't see a lot of contact there, but official had the better view than I had. He's under the goal. I'm at half court. He can see it a little better than I can. So.
I do want to say this, though. Normally, when we've been here in the past, we've been up a little bit higher. Mm-hmm. I want to thank the Ridgefield staff. We are down on the 50 right here.
Yeah.
Center court, just beautiful view, unobstructed, perfect setup for us here tonight. So Ridgefield always takes care of us. They always do a great job. I wanted, before this broadcast is over, make sure I say thank you very much, Ridgefield. First class again tonight. We appreciate that very much.
Free throw is no good, but the offensive board back up and in for Slade Barker.
Breaks the press. See, that's the thing. If you're going to break that press, and you can do that in 1 or 2 passes if you're efficient with it, which is what they did. But that's a great job of Hillcrest slowing it down and making them set up. Doesn't matter. Mr. Straight, he's going to find a way for 2 and give Ridgefield a lead here in the second half.
We're kind of seesawing back and forth now with the 1-point game. We've changed the lead each possession of the last 3 possessions. The three-pointer on the way, Slade Barker. We hadn't seen the outside game from Barker all night, and they gave him a little bit of space, and he made them pay for it. So got a timeout on the floor. 45-43, Hillcrest leads. Mm-hmm. You are watching the high school game of the week on Suncom Media, NEA Sports Network.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Ridgefield trailing Hillcrest 45-43. Full court pressure now by the Eagles. Broken pretty easily by the Warriors, and they'll set up their offense now. Garrett, we got our mystery man back in running the point for Ridgefield.
I don't have Facebook. I have no way of logging in to see if anyone at home has helped us out with that. I don't want to call him mystery man all night.
I don't either. I want to give the young man his props for getting to play, but I'll put our staff on that here. I've got a few connections out here. I'll see if I can find out who number 20 is.
It's a good job defensively on the interior there by Ridgefield.
Yeah, Luke Martin come up with the steal. Now over to Lampkin. Lampkin's going to drive this.
That's a one-on-one, and I think that's really the only play there by Brewer is, and that's Ethan Brewer, I should say, on the foul. But I think that's the only play is if you let Lampkin, attack the body there, he's going to go up and he's going to score.
Yeah, he looks to be a pretty strong kid, and like we were talking about earlier, when he gets it in that deep, it's pretty much money. Misses the free throw there. You're going to see Ellenberg return to the game, replacing Billing. Billing gave him some quality minutes there to start the third quarter.
Oh, he's given them some, I would say, more than quality. He's been really good for them tonight.
Second free throw's good. Lead is cut to 1. Approaching the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter.
Great job defensively there to cut off Brewer, not allow him to get to the baseline. If he gets to the baseline, that's 2 points. So
drive and kick. Shuffled his feet.
Sometimes your brain's just a little bit ahead, or your feet's just a little bit ahead.
He had a good idea, but he kind of had to wind up a little bit to get going, and he got caught on it. Turns the ball back over to the Warriors. Inside of 2 minutes now here in the third. And there's another turnover. Hillcrest has numbers if they hurry. Great pump fake there. Slade Barker just he pulled the top gun. He hit the brakes and let Ellenberg fly by. And now we got a stoppage in play. I think we got a little trash talk going on between Ellenberg and Barker.
All in good fun. It's all in just competitive nature.
Hey, man, the competitive juices get flowing. It's a tight game. It's a conference game. You know, I mean, you can see they're I think they're exchanging holiday recipes right now.
That may be what it is, yeah. Well, or Santa's wish list.
Yeah. Trying to figure out who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list. 47-44, Hillcrest leads here. 1:35 left in the third. You see Ellenberg posting up. There's that matchup.
Good move.
Up and under.
That's a good move. That's the ability to even get that shot off is impressive.
Yeah.
He goes up and under there with his left hand, his offhand, and he's still able to get a competitive shot up toward the rim and draw the foul. That's a good job there, that post move.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Up to 5 fouls for both teams now, so for the rest of the quarter, we're going to shoot free throws.
Much slower third quarter than
very
the first
much.
two.
First free throw's no good. You're starting to see, we haven't had a lot of free throws shot tonight, but Ridgefield is struggling just a little bit from the line. That in a tight game like this, that could be a killer down the stretch.
Absolutely.
Second free throw is good. The lead's cut to 2. 1:20 left here in the third. Hillcrest with the ball. You see Jackson Billings really extending that defense out on Brewer. Three-pointer is no good for Barker. Lampkin's going to slowly bring things down the floor for the Warriors. Off to the corner, back up top. Back over to the corner, three-pointer on the way. Got it.
Straight through the net.
Straight with another one. Gives the Warriors the lead back with 45 seconds left here in the third. And now the home crowd starting to make a little noise here. Got a travel here for the turnover and go back to Hillcrest with 36 seconds left.
They can pretty much take the last shot here if they wish.
Yeah.
I know there's a 1.4 difference, but if they run this shot clock down to 1 or 2 seconds before they shoot, they could pretty much take the lead into the fourth quarter, which is, they trailed at halftime. They trailed at the end of the first quarter. So to have a lead, kind of a momentum shift as you go into the fourth, they've outscored. And you know what? You take the two. Oh, that's a big-time rebound. Now they do control the clock.
Yeah.
You had what you thought was a guaranteed 2, so I don't mind the shot, but great job offensive rebound.
There's a guaranteed 2.
That's a guaranteed. That's a tough contact, strong 2 is what that is.
Into 3. Ridgefield is pulled back in front, 50-47. We'll be back after this. Fourth quarter here at Ridgefield Christian. Warriors lead the Hillcrest Screaming Eagles 50-47. And Garrett, during the break, I went and enlisted the help of the student body here at Ridgefield. And our mystery man, number 20, we have him on our roster at number 13, Jackson Ray.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense then.
So,
yeah. Makes a lot more sense.
Fix that on my roster right now. Hillcrest to inbound the ball, and we are underway in the final quarter of action here tonight. We appreciate you joining us here. Suncom Media NEA Sports Network. This has been a dandy so far.
It certainly has. What was a 3-point Hillcrest halftime lead has turned into a 3-point Ridgefield fourth quarter lead.
Nice.
Nice job. Who is that?
Very nice.
None other than Jackson Billing. Billing has just been –
He's been the X Factor tonight.
he has lived up to the billing tonight.
Very nice. Very nice. Barker with the 3 out of the corner, no good. Ridgefield with the board. And if I'm Ridgefield, I slow things down here.
Oh, for sure. I want to make sure I get quality possessions, pound the ball inside. The only threes I'm taking are kick out, open look threes. I'm getting the ball in the interior, spreading it out, making some good strong cuts. There's a 3 on the way. Great rebound. Now, that was a 3 I would have taken right there.
Yeah.
Is that kick out 3. But Ellenberg going to battle that. The third shot attempt on this possession is going to result in 2 free throws from Mr. Ellenberg.
Going to get Eli Brewer on the foul. Brewer didn't agree with the call. I think he got him with the body a little bit on the contact there because it looked like he had his hand on top of the ball, but I believe he got some body contact on Ellenberg.
Well, if you're Hillcrest, you can't let this one slip too far. You haven't shot it as well from the outside this half. You're either going to have to find a way, to quit turning the ball over and get good quality possessions, or you're going to have to knock down some outside shots if this one gets pushed to a 7, 8, 9-point lead here by Ridgefield.
Well, and the other thing you have to remember, too, is that if you're Hillcrest and this lead, it's out to the biggest lead of the night now at 7, you can't get it all back at once.
Right.
You have to just try to chip away at it and be intelligent and be smart on your end with the ball. And, you don't want to get too 3 happy, as I like to call it.
You said chip away. That is my 3-year-old daughter. That is how she refers to Chick-fil-A. So you're making me hungry.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All knocked out of bounds by Ridgefield. Hillcrest will retain possession. Got substitutions into the game. Ethan Brewer goes out, and looks like Riley Turner in for the Eagles. There's Turner trying to make his presence felt right away. Missed the 3. Ridgefield clears it, and you can see.
Good job of Lampkin. That's a veteran move, and
he
sees a one-on-one. He's going to the hole. Unable to connect there, but I don't mind that.
That's not a bad take. I mean, he had the lane. He saw it. It just didn't fall. 6:14 left here in the game. Ridgefield is pulled out to a 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for either team. Just inbounding the ball here after the ball was slapped away. Barker brings it back up. Trying to find a hole to penetrate. Nice dish underneath. Kick out.
There's Guerin.
There he is. Again.
There he is. And you've got to try to find a way to get him going again.
Yeah.
You got him going early. You built a little bit of a lead, some momentum. He cuts that to 4. That's huge because what could have been a 9-point Ridgefield lead is just quickly turned now into a 4-point lead. So another stop right here, which they get. And you go down, you cut this to a 1 or 2 point basketball if you don't turn it over.
That's the one thing you can't do there.
Well, goodness.
Wow. We're back. We're finding that sloppiness again. Yeah.
It is contagious.
Yeah. Hillcrest can relax a little bit here because that 3-pointer has cut this back to a 4-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Set up, run your offense, be quick, but don't be too fast.
Yeah, you can be fast, but don't be in a hurry.
Right. Yes, that's what I was trying to go for. Nice drive to the hole. Going to get the foul on Billing, and I think that's going to be 4 on Billing.
Billing needs to stay in this game. He's
been very vital.
Yeah, he's been a mainstay for them so
I'm
far.
Ahead. It's just 3 according to the scoreboard here. So first free throw is no good for Riley Nutrefa.
Chants of jingle bells in the crowd.
I have heard some unique chants. I've never heard the chant of jingle bells. So we are in the Christmas time, but that's a first.
That's a great backdoor. I saw that coming from a mile away, and that is a wonderful cut there by Samuel Strait. And just honestly, maybe a better job there from Ray to be able to find him on that back cut. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Now, here's the thing. with the clock stopped, you've got to make sure you hit these free throws. If you're Ridgefield, free throws at this point, every possession you go to the line, you've got to make sure.
Yeah.
You've got to come away with something for sure, but you really want to get both of them every time.
Yeah, I'm a very old school guy when it comes to basketball, and I'm a firm believer of free throws determine the outcomes of games more times than not. And I mean, we saw it the other night in the Razorback game. There were several times that either team could have put the game away if they could make free throws.
Right. You know how many times at the end of the game you shoot 20 for 28 from the line and you get beat 2.
Yeah.
You make those free throws, it's a totally different ball game. So made both of them there, and that is just a wonderful job of an up and in, just tips it up and in. Riley Turner going to be the beneficiary there of the miss, but just keeps it close, keeps it within 3. Ellenberg with a tough jumper. Oh, goodness.
He has not had the game we expected him to have tonight, but when it gets down here to crunch time.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
Players make plays.
Yes.
Clutch players they're in those moments. And I'll tell you, when he hit that jumper right there from the free throw line, he looked like Jason Tatum. He had that same kind of look to him, the same kind of jump and finish that one of the best players in the world has. And so that was pretty impressive.
Well, and when you're a player like Ellenberg and you have, I think it's safe to say tonight's a little bit of an off night for him, but you go up and you get a shot like that, three-pointer on the way, rattles around and in.
Oh, it touched every part of the rim.
Riley Nutrefa with the 3, and we're back to a 2-point game. To finish my point on Ellenberg, it could take a shot like that could really get him going to where he could just kind of take over the game here at the end.
I've seen so many times really great players, they may have 8 or 10 or 12 throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
Guys that normally score 20 to 23 a game.
Good block.
And late in the game, they'll go on a run where they score their teams 10 straight points late, and end up with 25 and
whoa, what a three-pointer.
Huge shot there from Riley Turner as he's had a couple of big possessions.
Goodness.
And this is now a 59-58 advantage for Hillcrest. So just when we thought Ridgefield was starting to pull away, right back in it. And there's another jump shot. Good job of drawing the contact by Ellenberg. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. We've seen a back-and-forth battle here all game.
Yeah.
But really, for sure, the last couple minutes.
Was that Turner on that 3, Riley Turner?
I think that was Riley Turner.
He was standing about in the parking lot when he shot that. And but here we go on the other end. Free throw is up and in for Ellenberg. And to our point we were making on Ellenberg, he hits the jumper. They hit a big three-pointer, come back down the next possession. He draws the foul, goes to the line. So, I mean, you got a chance here to have both free throws to give them the lead back with 3:29 left. And it's pure. It's nothing but net.
Brewer's been a little quiet here since the opening possession of the second half. He's been a little quiet for them, and I know that's something they'd like to see him. He'd like to see the ball go through the net, and so would Hillcrest.
Jacob Ray on that foul there, his second. So no real foul trouble on either side. Got a couple guys with 3. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. Up and in for Slade Barker.
100% set up by the ball movement there. Just a great job. Turner had just hit and won the possession before, and he finds Barker in the corner. Beautiful job.
We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
So we're not singing La Ra. It's La La with L's. La La. There it is. Oh,
.18 remaining here in the game. 62-60 Hillcrest leads, and they bring the full court pressure Warriors get it in. The pressure drops back to half court. Just kind of a token just to see if they could throw them off their game a little bit.
I think that's a really good job there.
Look at
that's
that
even
cut
better.
right
That's
there.
even better. Great job. Great backdoor cut.
Yeah, I didn't
Just
see
a
who got the
beautiful finish.
pick, but the pick and the cut was beautiful.
It's all set up by the pick. The cut
Yeah.
can be great, yes, but if the defender's reading it the whole way,
Yeah.
it's still tough and it's still a contested shot. But just a beautiful job out of that timeout.
Yeah, that was a great set play, and looks like we're going to get offensive foul on Hillcrest.
What I really like was the press break here. They send Lampkin up, which he's done a great job. He takes care of the basketball so well. They fly him up. They hit him in the middle of the floor. He's got guys spread wide he can dump to. Or if he feels like he needs to just play it safe, he can hold it and let the defense clear, which is what he did, and it ended up setting up a beautiful half-court set.
With the travel on Ellenberg. I think it was another one of those situations where he just got ahead of himself a little bit there. Had a great move. He just had an extra step to give him an advantage. And we're still knotted up at 62 as we go to the last 2.5 minutes of this game.
It's where every possession matters. So there's Guerin. Going to leave that one a little bit short. I think that's going to be off Hillcrest. That's right.
I think that's the right
That's the
call.
correct call. I think the officiating has been superb tonight.
Been
I
very,
think they
very
have
well
done
officiated game.
exceptionally well. Ray
Yeah.
going to find Straight, and Straight is going to leave it a little short.
Rebound. Go back to Straight. Oh, thought he was going to get the putback there.
Let me tell you, the student section, these kids down here in these Santa hats, they are loving this
Yeah.
atmosphere tonight.
They are getting their money's worth down there. Free throw is up and through. It's at 63-62.
First one to 70, I think, wins this one.
I think that's fair.
Like a pickup game
Yeah.
in the yard.
Yeah.
First one to 70.
Yeah.
Almost, I think that is the right call by A.O. Biles. I think that is definitely
Yeah.
the right call, but I think if they let that go a little further, I think it might have been a push-off there. So I think he got the timing of the call
I
right
agree. Yep.
with the contact.
Ridgefield is going to take a timeout and talk it over. We'll be back right after this.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's is your hometown building supply store, serving communities in Arkansas and Missouri. Barton's is here to help families and DIYers, contractors, and builders build it better with quality in-stock products at a great price. Our experienced store representatives provide free project measurements, design services, estimates, and convenient delivery. Visit your hometown Barton's or shop online at bartons-lumber.com.
2:03 remaining in the game. The homestanding Ridgefield Christian Warriors with a 2-point lead. The Hillcrest Eagles have the ball inbounding underneath their own basket. Let's see what we can come up with here on this possession. Drive down the lane.
Nice move. That's
Guerin.
nice. That's tough. That's a tough finish. Evades the defenders there and goes up strong for two to tie this one up.
He's got to have about 25,
I would say
approaching 30.
Yeah, he's had a really, really nice night tonight offensively.
There's Lampkin out front for the Warriors. Off to the wing. Back up top to Ray. Ray with the drive and kick. Fake out on the three. I think he should have shot that one. I get where he was going with it because he had a man on the low block, but the defense kind of read him and didn't anticipate him to shoot it. They guessed correctly that he would try to dish that.
You got to take what the defense gives you.
Absolutely.
I think, you got to pay attention in those moments to see the eyes of the defender.
Yeah.
That's a tough miss, but
That
what
is.
a rebound by Ray right there. We're gonna get a jump ball. Held ball, I think, is what the call is going to be.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they put a foul on anybody.
Yeah, there was no foul called, so he was either out of bounds or it was a jump ball. But the possession arrow
There's the
didn't
turnover
move.
there. And you got another foul here. It's going to be Jacob Ray. Is that Brewer or Guerin there? That's Brewer, I believe.
I didn't see.
Yeah, that's Brewer. He was a little slow to get up. I think they might have knocked kneecaps or something there.
I think they're trying to sort out what the call was on the other end of the floor. Was it a jump ball? Yeah, I think they're going to discuss this because they want to make sure the possession arrow is right. The possession arrow has not changed.
That's true.
Since the last call, but I think it was out of bounds maybe because they have not changed.
Yeah, they didn't change it. It's still possession arrow still with Ridgecrest.
I think Ridgefield.
You
said you were going to do that.
Yeah, I said I would do it at some point.
You did it.
Brewer hits the free throw, breaks the tie. Ridgefield. I don't know why that's so hard for me. It's not like I played it at Ridgecrest or anything, but
that's 2 big free throws right there.
That's huge
Brewer.
right there.
Yeah.
Now you see the full court pressure out of the made free throw.
If I'm Ridgefield, I'm going to go ISO here. I'm going to find a way to get the ball inside to either Ellenberg or Lampkin, and potentially one-on-one. So what you want to do is the offense, you want to spread everybody out. Either pick and hit him on the roll, or you want to get 4 out so that it can be a one-in kind of thing and let him go to work.
Try to create those ISO situations.
But the more you congest the lane with penetration like that, the tougher it's going to be. And that's not the shot. I mean, Ellenberg's a great player, but I don't think that's the shot they wanted.
Well, shot clock was running out on him, so he didn't have much of a choice.
That is the shot they want. Now, here's the thing. Okay, I don't know that I called the timeout right there, and you've almost set it up where you're going to get the ball.
Yeah.
If we could stay here and just kind of talk about this for a minute. 35 seconds on the shot clock. If I'm Hillcrest there, what I do is when that ball rolls out of bounds, there's 38, 39 on the clock. Mm-hmm. I let him sit there for just a second before we throw it in. Okay?
Yeah. I see where you're going.
And if I'm the player, I look at the clock. You got to be quick and you got to pay attention to those kind of things. But with the shot clock now, if you're able to hold that ball out of bounds before you inbound or call a timeout, that clock's still running. Shot clock doesn't start till the ball's touched.
Right.
So if you either throw it into your guy without him touching the ball, as long as he's not touching that, shot clock's not working. The clock's still running either way. But if I'm them, I control the last possession of this game definitively by doing so. Now, 36.2 compared to 35, you got 1.2. You essentially have the last shot if you want it. But you don't want to run it down so far that you take a bad shot and guarantee overtime.
Yeah.
So if I'm Hillcrest in this scenario, I'm drawing something up where we go at about 9 or 10 seconds, okay? And we've got a look coming off of the first or second pass with about 5 to 6 seconds left that if we want to take it, we can. If not, we've got one more pass on that third one that is going to be the shot that we have to take with about 4 seconds to go. So I'm anxious to see what happens here.
Here we go. 30 seconds remaining, 28 on the shot clock.
We get a little bit of on-ball pressure here from Ridgefield.
They extended their pressure three-quarter court just to take a little extra time.
I don't blame them in doing so because here's the thing. Even if you give up a junk bucket here, you're going to have some time on the clock.
Right.
So by doing that, you might accidentally get a steal. Yeah. So if you just lay back, you're guaranteeing them the last shot. I don't mind the ball pressure here.
Brewer out to Barker for 3. No good.
4 seconds. It's what I said. If that goes,
give me that! Oh, my goodness! Oh, my
word, Marcus!
Bucket counts! Game over!
In all our time doing this, I'm not sure a game winner.
Wow!
A game winner, Marcus.
Shades of U.S. Reed.
This game has been electric.
Unbelievable.
It's been everything we could have wanted it to be, and for that to go down.
He called glass. He called glass. He called game and he called glass.
Finish, Marcus Carlton.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I have been calling games for a long time, and I've had some buzzer beaters, but I've never had one from the other side of half court. My goodness.
We're going to get a prayer here, and I want to say this. I don't know if we want to cut or if we want to stay for just a second. While we do the prayer, I'm going to take a second, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Amen. And so you love to see that after a hard-fought game. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. You hate for anybody to lose that game, but what a finish. But that's exactly what Hillcrest drew up or should have drawn up at the timeout. They got a great look three with 4 seconds left. The problem with shooting a three is long rebounds.
Yeah.
And people are kind of spread out. So what that allowed Ellenberg to do is get that long rebound at about the free throw line, and he takes 3 good dribbles with 2 seconds to go. He gets to half court, and sure enough,
you take your chances with the half court shot every time.
If you beat me with a half court shot, then tip our cap. It's a tough loss, but tip your cap at that point. But Hillcrest executed well. My goodness, I hate that for them because they did everything they needed to do in that spot. It just didn't go in.
And that's just, that's a tough one to swallow right there because, as you said, they had a good play drawn up. The execution was there. The shot didn't fall, but you're thinking, okay, he's going to heave this the other way. We're going to play 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
he called game. He called glass and he called game.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Heartbreak for one, answered prayer, so to speak, for the other.
That is just that is phenomenal.
I'll tell you this, we're going to have several games still on tap. We've got one next Monday night, our first girls game of the year. I think we have Riverside at Westside girls game. That'll be a great game. 2 coaches I'm extremely familiar with, 2 buddies of mine, so that's going to be a battle. Really looking forward to calling that one, but I'm not sure we're going to have a game the rest of the year that's going to be able to top that one.
I mean, that's
tough.
The bar has been set pretty high
absolutely.
now. And, wow, I'm still kind of in shock over that. 69-66, your final. Lampkin gets the answered prayer, I guess you can say. Cody Lampkin, the sophomore, he had 10 points at half. I'm not sure where he ended up on the official stat line, but we know he had at least 13.
Yeah,
so.
That's absolutely right. What a game.
Man, this has been a wild one for Dr. Garrett Weaver. I'm Marcus Carlton. Want to thank all of our crew tonight for helping us out. You've been watching the high school game of the week on Suncom Media, NEA Sports Network.